Halo, selamat siang semuanya. Selamat datang kembali di live streaming gue. Kali ini kembali menonton VCT Pacific. Langsung aja kali ke gamenya.
Then I think it's about time we revisit this rivalry that's as old as Pacific itself.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one of the most exciting matches, even with a little bit different look to DRX. They have really stepped up to the plate, like you were talking about. It's been an incredible job that Termi and company have done getting these new.
Let's go, PRX. Let's go, PRX.
Up to speed as the IGL. BOSE continues to be an absolute force at times, but they are going to have another really difficult task against a team who has a lot of confidence going up against them, and that's PRX.
Yeah, and again, PRX has mentioned that you cannot look at Gen G just yet. They are still here, and PRX has yet to lose a single Pacific trophy. So they're still technically the undefeated kings of Pacific right now. And DRX, with everything that's happening,
Gue pikir tuh flashback sama si BENQ kembar ya.
To bring that into a full combination up against PRX right here,
Ternyata ada
right
bedanya.
now.
I feel the previous matchup was so memorable because there were a lot of firsts, right? We had flashback A's on Globe, we had Haven just came back rather, Jing was on ISO, and it was like something's 10th game on Fade. So teams were cooking, they were trying out new things, but now that these players have gotten comfy, are we going to see those competitions in their fullest, most optimal form?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely really curious. You do see from time to time that PRX will tinker with things. They'll try new things. We have no idea what the heck they're going to do on Abyss. We haven't seen it yet. I mean, DRX's Abyss looks really, really good. Yeah, but I guarantee PRX has got something out of this world planned. I'm really curious to see what they want to run. There's going to be a Sage in the mix. I feel like that might be an agent that they can lean into. They've got two really good Sage players. You know, if they don't feel, I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be on Raze, but there's a lot of room for them to kind of play around on that new map. They're definitely one of the teams I would expect to do so.
Analis sama
Both of these teams, and
wakil
especially right now
pelatihnya.
DRX, are both teams that are willing to bring out different comps, or maybe it's just the players that they really just like these new agents as well. Again, as you mentioned, Flashback bringing out that Clove was incredible, and PRX, what I really liked about this is how well they evolve the picks that they already have, right? We mentioned like maybe Jing needs to bring out something other than the Raze, and you see a highlight of him being caught by a Cypher tripwire, and somehow he just is able to like satchel twice just to not get shot by it. It's incredible.
Well, wait no longer, ladies and gentlemen, because we are about to get started with PRX and DRX. We're gonna toss it on over to your casters, Achilles and William. Let's jump into Abyss.
Yay, let's go.
Let's jump in indeed. Yes, welcome to the lower final on Achilles. That's Cobra.
Waduh, potong jenggot dong nih.
Clash of RX teams. We've got DRX versus PRX.
Achilles.
Their ticket to the grand final tomorrow.
Dikata Nabi muda deh.
A very different setting, though. Like you mentioned, I mean, usually they're fighting for that title of Pacific Kings, representing Asia, etc. But now it's who gets the chance to challenge the reigning champions of Masters, Gen G, a complete new emperor out here in Pacific. And obviously,
kemarin di Master soalnya menang Gen G. Jadi siapapun yang lolos ini bakal ngelawan lagi si Gen G.
It's also going to become that much more difficult because Gen G going through that upper side, of course, is once again going to have the ban advantage in that grand final. But we have to see which of these teams is going to be rising to that challenge. PRX have been able to deal with DRX time and time again. We saw it earlier in the pre-show. It has been very PRX-sided basically since the start of 2023.
It's funny, right? We were talking backstage, and it hadn't really crossed my mind that it was that many times that PRX has now been able to shut DRX down. Before that, it was always DRX. PRX wasn't quite a rivalry even, but now things have flipped completely on its head. But of course, DRX now, the younger roster the Des talked about, trying to break through, and we heard Devi talking about as well in that pre-game interview. But now it's about pressure. Who can get through that pressure better? It's a best of 5. You lose, you're out. You win, you get to have one more chance. It's more about who simply can really stay in the game all the way to the end.
So we're about to find out what that's going to be, but also find out what this
copyright udah amat copyright anjing.
Because PRX, they haven't really been
Kita tonton ya sebelum mulai ya.
how much they've been practicing this map for when any scrims on split for the, you know, the final week ahead of the playoffs. And
I'm here with the former DRX players. Hello, Stax. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you, Bella?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Waduh,
All right.
Stax.
Who are you here to cheer for?
Actually, 50-50.
50-50?
Yeah, from 50-50.
Waduh.
So many good relationship on the DRX and PRX, so I'm gonna do on the other side.
Whoever wins.
Yeah, whoever win.
Waduh, Stax.
How are you?
I'm good. Yeah.
This
That's it. How does it feel to
kahuat
come here?
this anjir.
I'm so happy to watch exact match.
Yeah, who are you rooting for?
Maybe DRX goes Terus Korea.
And we have some familiar
X-Team
faces
ya, anjir.
talking. Hello, how are you? Good. All right. Then, any message you want to say?
Kak banget anjir.
Oh, DRX 화이팅!
Arby, it's good to see you. When have you been back?
One day before day, and I'm so tired, and I was going here, and
Oh iya, Arby di China ya.
Jaya.
Oh, Jaya.
Fighting.
All right, bye everyone. Say bye.
Bye.
Alex, you won Best Couple Awards with the desk. What are your thoughts?
Man, I don't know how I beat these guys and these guys, but I'm happy to have won, I guess.
Anything you want to add?
I mean, I'm trying not to do anything funky to the desk today.
Alex and Des.
Yeah.
Going strong.
Those were accepting speeches for the awards. I mean, it's definitely nice to see that, you know, Alex is probably going to hold himself back just a little bit.
Oke,
Our other desk host, Victoria, talking to Jake Shin, head of
lu belum di sini lama banget anjing.
catching up as we wait for the games to begin here. We should just be moments away from getting things underway and seeing what these agent picks are going to look like between the squads. Because I mean, I'm also curious for DRX, how many compositions have they cooked up on this map? Have they shown their full hand? Are they going to be running the same thing, or do they have something else to prepare for today?
Yeah,
Listen, if they are going down the Talon velocity, I would be very surprised, especially just because I think DRX, right, they still do need a little bit of time. I think it's already quite miraculous that they're looking this strong coming into the lower finals, that they're looking pretty good going into Champions, because we have to remember this is a big shift, one of the biggest shifts that DRX has ever had to face in terms of roster changes, and that has led to style changes. We heard Bulb talk about it, we heard the Desk talk about it, much more aggressive now, going for some of those curveball plays. So if they've cooked up even, you know, more than one composition, maybe some extra set plays, that alone would be great news for DRX fans. But obviously today, the fans, the players, everybody, you don't want to go home with just good news. You want to go home knowing that you're playing again tomorrow for that trophy in 2024.
Yeah, for sure. But of course, that is a very difficult road to go along to try to, you know, just play back-to-back games. We have seen teams rise to that occasion plenty of times in the past, but will one of them be able to do it given how good Gen G have looked?
Wih, fans
Different
DRX.
question, but being able to get over the first step, that's going to be the main
Yeah.
thing. I think, you know, ultimately being able to
Something
secure yourself a second place
is
spot, that's still
everything.
okay.
Gila, oi.
That trophy, you want that prize money
Siapa
that we do
tuh?
have
Keluarganya kah?
on the line here in Pacific. we'll see who's going to be able to get done. Obviously, we have a little bit of a delay here on stage. Admins making sure that we can get through everything and get things underway as quickly as humanly possible, so we appreciate you guys bearing with us.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't take too long, but I'm glad that you mentioned that. That second place can't possibly be the goal. Sure, it's going to feel okay, but especially on the side of PRX. They're no strangers to trying to get to the grand finals. Devi talked about it. They're used to going in from the upper bracket, actually, even when it comes to international tournaments, and yet they've never quite been able to close it out in solid fashion, especially when they go abroad. So now, when they have to climb back up from the lower bracket, how does that pressure affect them? This is going to be a new scenario that this roster hasn't really had to deal with before.
Yeah, I mean, even just the best of 5, you know, a lot of players on the side of DRX have never had to go through one of them.
We talked about that.
And they're going up against PRX.
Dari Amerika ada Leviathan.
It was that Pacific Grand.
Mulai kan anjing. Ada Leviathan. G2 Sport, Crew Sport, Sentinel. Iya, soalnya mencapai champion poinnya anjing. Di Eropa ada Fnatic, Team Vitality, Team Heretics, Foot Sport. Oh, Team Vitality, gua nggak tahu lagi. Oh, ini tahu semua. Team Heretics tahu, Fnatic tahu, Foot Sport tahu. Perwakilan dari Pasifik, Genji dari Korea, DRX dari Korea, PRX dari ID Singapura, Malaysia, Talon dari Thailand, Fun Plus Phoenix, BG, ini Terus Esport sih, TC berarti kan ini kan nih. Coba lihat. Waduh, dari BLG ke Terus Esport. Gitu. Tadi kalah lawan IDJ-nya. Oke. Masih belum mulai.
We know, like, while yes, Forsaken is primarily the one who's going for that overall macro calling for the team. They are just calling plays for themselves, saying, hey, flash me into this, fault line this for me, I'm going to do a blast pack entry, and it's been looking fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, PRX is kind of the dream scenario for anyone that plays Valorant at all with your friends, right? It's just you take turns making calls, and whoever's feeling it that day, you're able to make calls back and forth. We've heard replays where something is even taking the reins and saying, hey, just let me call this next round, and then he gets it right. Sometimes he doesn't, but they continue to just try to bounce off of each other. And of course, Devi kind of always acting as that anchor, the one who's able to bring things back into reality, try to calm things down, see if he can be that uncle presence that PRX has always needed once again today against the youngsters of DRX. We should remind you, one of the youngest rosters all around the world. So, I mean,
the real super rookie proved.
Hello, Alex. You won Best Couple Awards with the desk. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I don't know how I beat these guys and these guys, but I'm happy to have won, I guess.
Anything you want to add?
I mean, I'm trying not to do anything funky to the desk today.
Alex and Des.
Yep.
Going strong.
Going strong.
Those were accepting speeches for the awards. I mean, it's definitely nice to see that, you know, Alex is probably going to hold himself back just a little bit because, of course, he has an assistant coach now, and perhaps that's also why PRX looks a little different. But there's no denying that this is probably the biggest change that DRX has undergone so far.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's such an interesting storyline. You know, last year coming into the grand finals for VCT Pacific, it was like, okay, these two teams have been together for so long for the most part, other than something coming in for PRX. You know, they know each other so well. How is this going to all shake out? And it went down to the very last game. It went to a best of 5, and PRX is able to run it back. But this year, it's a very different look, especially for DRX, right? You've got a lot of young players. You've got a lot of new players on that squad, trying to then take on this veteran behemoth squad in PRX.
Yeah, absolutely. And the big thing about that, at least for DRX here, is people might think it might be a struggle, but to be at least with how the players have been adjusting because they already had set roles and already had set agents, it actually has been looking a lot better for DRX.
I think that, you know, the last time these teams faced off against each other, right, it was that new DRX getting their bearings still. This rematch is exciting because Marco's journey as an IGL has definitely been one of the biggest character development arcs in Pacific. So his first match against PRX was his second match as an IGL, right? And even PRX said that they could kind of feel a little bit of that, you know, he's still kind of learning to...
Nggak ada sih. Kita cari ini aja nih.
Division lu sebagai pro player. Sofa, smoker bebas lah. Astra, Omen, pokoknya yang bisa ngasih Astra Omen lah.
Astra atau Omen.
Menurut gua sih ISO kuat. ISO kuat. ISO, pasang jet, satu lagi initiator. Satu lagi Sentinel, Cypher. Tuh udah bisa kalah. Let's go. Duh. Wah, apa ininya? What are they cooking, bro?
Alright.
I would have thought
5 to see who is going to be going up against Gen G tomorrow to lift the trophy, to get that first seed of champion. Let's kick things off.
All right, talking about the composition a little bit, well, let's take a look, of course, because we haven't seen it
Jauh
from
juga jaraknya,
main control. That's something that PRX, just even existing with this composition, can really threaten against DRX. So I wouldn't be surprised if DRX just tries to feel it out the first couple of rounds, see if PRX even wants to fight for this, or can we also try to counteract that and start to shift our weight towards being a little bit heavier. But for the time being, PRX just looking to start on a default, also trying to gain information from DRX. I should note that with the Neon coming back in strong across the world, people have been asking to see Forsaken's Neon once again, and man, to see it here on Abyss for the first time in a long time is impressive as the barriers go down, and 0 Point finds the two duelists. This is going to make DRX think that this is leaning very heavy towards BA.
Oh, wow, bang.
Whoa.
We're talking about him wanting to see that step up, that resurgence, and he's going to be able to find the first kill. As Mind Freak does get taken down, and considering that you're just running solo smokes here on this map on both sides, that Omen, that lack of smokes, that paranoia gone, that hurts quite a bit when you're on the attacking side in particular.
Yeah, that recon over on B just now is going to let DRX know that, okay, this was still a split default. Now you have even more information, but a great pick over on the site by BOSE. He was all alone. Mako has to stay alive, but it's just too many angles to look at. He cannot get the spike.
Got the push in there from Forsaken coming through. That door at the perfect opportunity. Bails out his teammate, keeps him alive. Bane here with 33. Going to be looking for the headshot. Does get a tag. Knocks Forsaken down to 45. Several players here on the side of PRX whittled away at. Two healthy ones on the side of DRX. Forsaken trying to hold from behind. Foxy now going to be noted. Must have been out there, yeah. Jing with the curveball, able to blind up Bane, didn't know which way it was coming from. Now Foxy going to be taken down. It's all on flashback. Everybody low on HP. Needs to isolate. Might have caught a glimpse of the first one, but comes down off the rope. And Jing, they catch him off guard, finds the timing hit. That is going to be PRX picking up the pistol.
Yeah, BOSE falling all on his lonesome, all the way at the very start of the round. That's the unfortunate part, because DRX, you were just about to start shifting over. If BOSE had gotten picked off, you probably would have had backup in time, but he's standing on top of the box, so it's showing a bit too much. I mean, bold of you to challenge someone like something all the way out there. He falls, and at that point, everyone's already in a bad position. PRX, very well aware. Forsaken. I mean, I don't know if Mind Freak's going to feel good hearing that you didn't need the smokes, but either way, you'll take the round win.
Well, maybe looking to up the pace a little bit here. A couple Guardians, goes Sheriff and a Bulldog, just classics abound here for DRX. As the site, a gamble over on A. Now going to know that they have gambled incorrectly. And we'll look to try to go for this 5v5 retake as a spike gets planted.
Still going for the flank as well. So trying to just make sure they do as much damage. They already got the ult or Bane as well. Flashback caught out, and this should be the signal for PRX that there should be a heavy force coming in through the flank.
Neon. Where's he at? Pushing forward, looking to try to take some space. Foxy just going to be held at bay. Would love to just get into range and die to the spike.
They're just going to hold.
But yeah, I don't think he's going to be given that opportunity. They're going to push in towards him, so maybe he can try to catch one off guard as the moment is looking over towards that mid row. Mako will be able to find something, so they dodge out, having a potential flawless round here, but not taking away any of the weapons. Was just a ghost in hand there for something. And as Foxy says, okay.
Wah, jatuh siapa tuh?
And will give us
sengaja anjing kaget gua.
Of his own volition, and PRX 2-0 start.
Foxy's there just to see if he can get a cheeky one, but if you can't, I still have a way to make sure that I am gone before the end of the round. Get that buy coming into the next, and it's going to be an early operator from something on that breach. Looking to just fight A main on his own without util.
Definitely not something that we see every day, but of course, when it is him, you are never safe from the operator, and DRX should be well aware of that, but do they anticipate that he's going to be buying it this early? That is going to be the question. Forsaken, just a quick little jiggle peek out. Spotting over in towards B. Nothing going to be noted there as something is keeping everybody covered for now. Inching forward, trying to see if anyone got in a little bit deeper over at A main.
Yeah, there's still a lot of angles to clear, but I do like this buy from PRX, right? Because DRX, it's either split default, 2-1-2, and try to play it safe and then just get shoved in on the site, or it's pushing out of A main. So PRX is waiting for it. Now they've regrouped, and Forsaken just trying to draw people out into mid, trying to buy time and get some information.
Also creeping forward, another smoke ready to be cycled out. Buzz, only player over on this B site for now. Flashback not too far away. Fragment gonna be sent. Something still creeping forward here all on his lonesome. Smoke comes out, sends out a shot. Bolt line as well to go through.
Okay, Mako trying to re-clear it, but he doesn't have as much information, so it's just going to be a hold, and it's going to be an instant hit onto the B site.
Yeah, Buzz able to find one before getting taken down to Vi, trading that back
30
out.
seconds left.
There's a reveal, but there's something with the operator. Able to catch one, goes for the re-peek, but Bane finds a headshot. Forsaken similarly going to be taken down as Flashback finds the kill.
You have to plant safe now. You just have to hold and Flashback. Is he going to wait for a teammate? He is. The paranoia comes in. Doesn't it divide, though?
Does not, but
Wow.
Mako will. Right
Wow.
Swoops around from behind. Kills can be found, only 2 players lost overall. Not too bad of a bonus here for the side of PRX, but DRX will be able to get themselves on the board, and they say, oh, hey, thank you for the operator donation. Mako will scoop that up to hand over to Buzz, and DRX will get themselves around a win.
And this is a big turnaround on that econ, giving over a free operator to the defenders. PRX, I mean, you're going to have to dump a lot of your util to try to counter this one out and try to drop it as soon as possible, because once Buzz gets rolling, once DRX is able to send him into position, it's going to be a tough road ahead. Love Flashback just waiting for all the flashes to come in first. Then he sneaks in. Great wraparounds, great patience from the rookie of DRX.
Oh, now a bit more parity here between the teams. And of course, Ultimate Online for Jing. Always builds these up rather quickly. Run it back online, everybody outside of B.
Run it back should help a lot against this operator as well.
Joke's over! You're dead!
There's the pop. Wall going to be coming up. Flash on the side. Looking for a timing shot there. Oh, as Foxy going to be spotted. Jing's able to collect. You can see all the assists. Everybody participating in that one. The ult will now expire. Buzz zoned out by that fragment for a brief little moment. Forsaken filling the space. Buzz had the shorty drawn. Seems like he's very cognizant of a player being up this close. And he is indeed. Finds the shot. He's going to be taken down to Jing. Not getting scattered there on the approach. Ends up falling. As Buzz collects himself. Standing.
I mean, it's Device. We'll have to wait and see, but he's not able to get the first shot. He's just cornered.
Down to 60. Buzz going to be looking for the 4-piece, and
Kata
he's
dikit
got
doang,
it.
anjir.
DRX will tie things up at 2-2 as they break the economy here on the side of PRX, at least for a couple players.
And this
Buzz on that operator looking just fiery hot right now.
Yep, this is worrisome. Because here's the thing, is that Buzz also understands with that conversation of PRX, I don't want to push out too far. They have to run it back. They're going to just try to overwhelm me. So he sits far back. He even tries to actually hit the second line of entry. He's not looking for the Phoenix. But afterwards, great clears. Bane getting ahead of the curveball as well. He's holding close, and then Mako's there for the anti-right to trade just in case Bane goes down. It's clinical from DRX, and now this operator will continue to rain terror on PRX.
And it's been something that is, you know, one of the few criticisms that you can very much push towards BOSE is the inconsistency on that operator. But that is a hell of a start. Because when he's on, he is on. The reaction time can be absolutely disgusting to watch. Once again, though, PRX gathered up outside of B. BOSE on a much more narrow angle, trying to see if the push forward, gets the leg shot off on the divide, but cannot confirm the kill. He's down to 5 HP.
Now PRX, they already heard an extra Vandal as well, so they know there's minimum 2 people here. Wraparound already in motion by Mako. See if PRX is going to be ready for that. The tempo is going to be a lot quicker than they're used to.
Going to try to check TP up top. Mindfreak getting into that harder position as BOSE nearly gets the peek there on the Forsaken. He's eating quite a bit of damage. He himself now down to 39. Now Mako arriving from behind, but whiffs the opening shots. Foxy will find Mindfreak, however, bringing things open as BOSE pulls out the knife, finds Jing. Mako repositioning. Something now trying to track this Omen in from behind. Forsaken finished off by the fragment. Now it is all on something, and he's going to be completely and utterly surrounded. Does manage to realign that headshot, but he cannot stop this defuse. Question is, does he save? Looks like the answer is going to be yes. Holds onto the Vandal, given the economic situation for PRX is poor, which means that he's not going to have that Rolling Thunder online right off the rip for the next round.
And DRX not panicking, right? Mako doesn't get the first shot. You know, he would have loved to, but he even just hides paranoia for the rest of his teammates to now be able to fill back in. They're pushing and pulling on these trades real fast, which, again, DRX, they used to have great set plays, but adapting on the fly amidst a skirmish is where they started to lose to PRX. Currently here on Abyss, looking a lot better with how much coverage they're getting for each other.
Well, timeout call. Nice and early here from the side of PRX. Not happy with this lead being taken.
To predict where the breach utility is going to come in from. It's very easy for the operator to make sure that he has an exit set up. So you need to give that threat that you're going to pinch around the operator so BOSE can't sit idly by.
Well, relative full purchase coming through here from the side of PRX. Still able to scrape together these rifles, but half armor in play for Mindfreak. 3 players with half armor.
BOSE. Yeah, I thought he might be going all the way forward, but it looks like they just want to delay, and BOSE is going to watch for the mid. So with that timeout, they're afraid that it's going to be a switch up, and PRX just says, nope, we just go the same way again.
Well, as the smoke comes down and the flashpoint goes out, that should pretty much tell all. Roll command going to be popped, the wall going up. Hunter's Fury from Bane to try to intercept, but they're not far enough forward, but Forsaken still does get tagged by that one, sprints right up into it. Knocked down to 44. It's flashback out of the smoke, able to collect one. Looks for another. Aligns the headshot, finds Jing. Aftershock forces him forward, but not into the open. He's still safe. He's still looking for more, and he's got it. Zabai does fall. There's something in Mindfreak left standing. The neural dump going to be invested up over the top. The dark distracting flashback now onto the ace. Paranoia missing here on the Mindfreak. He's run out of bullets. He swaps to the classic to confirm it.
Whoa, dapat ace. Gelo.
Well, that man earlier who bought the DRX went accidentally. You're getting your money's worth because it's getting flashback an ace. What an anchor for flashback. And let's think about the impact that a player like flashback can have on a team like DRX. It frees up Mako to be more fluid. So now you can just leave this one side to flashback. The timing he takes on these repeats and the movement, the jiggle around Jing. It's just perfect on this round.
Absolutely incredible. The sigh of relief. Not wanting to suffer the fate of texture.
Nobody wants that. Man,
oh, what a start here to this lower final thus far. DRX now up 4-2.
And now they swap. Flashback swaps to A. You know that now's the time that PRX has to try something new. It's going to be the anchor. He escapes for the 0 point.
0 point does not catch. Rolling Thunder is online. Something has that as well as the Vandal in his back pocket. Forsaken. Overdrive can come through. For now, Bane's going to be jumped back, but there's the reveal. Shock Dart not going to find the connection there. Divine is going to be pulling back, but something hold his ground. Flashback dead right off the rip. Now the overdrive's going to be in play here, but Forsaken being a full flash. Held at bay for the time being.
They have to push out.
So they're going to. Quick dodge back, but shot not going to connect. Buzz, tailwinds away. Bane in the meantime, able to find one. Mind Freak will be taken out. Forsaken finds Buzz. It's the off now out of play. The Rolling Thunder crashing through. And Forsaken's there to collect. Finds himself a second. Something gets Bane. As now it's all down to Foxy. Gets a headshot. Confirms one, but as he jumps up onto the rope, Device swings around from behind. Foxy doing his damnedest, but can't quite make it happen. PRX not allowing for DRX to separate themselves further.
Yeah, this time something adapts real well to the previous round. He knows that Flashback's going to try to find a timing to come back in amidst the chaos. This is PRX already downloading the tendencies of DRX. You know that as soon as the Yuto comes out to block the spike, that's going to be on Flashback to see if he can get a cheeky kill or re-clear back a site. Something just holds his ground. And that's where things start to fall apart. Foxy9 just realizing a bit too late that he hasn't considered the wraparound.
This is a nice spot.
The reinvestment here for Buzz, buying down to get the operator to play once more. Half armor is Forsaken going to be one player tagged up over at B. And getting him noted line share players for PRX still over on that A side.
Yeah,
now the 0 point from DRX doesn't catch anybody on the A side, but you hear no further movement from B. So DRX, they're just going to hold. They want to try to clear mid to make sure that they have a way to advance back in. The drone timing is pretty solid. PRX, they're going to try just show themselves, but not how many.
Tries to turn from the flash, but now that you hear the run it back, you hear the neon, you know that it's going to be everybody, the full forces of PRX charging their way forward. Bane able to break down Jing, playing off the back of that recon ping. Gets rid of the ultimate. Quick jump across, Jing eating a tiny bit of damage. There's the entry though. Bane's going to fall. Forsaken just swinging out dry, able to find him. Mako tries to hold things down. There's a player up above him, and Forsaken now making his presence known. Finds one, but then gets taken down by Flashback as Mako finds him. Jing pushing forward, trying to find it, eventually gets that headshot. Mind Freak got the other. Now, the 1v1. Jing, a curveball, a wall versus Buzz. Backside plant. He's not looking for it. The swap out. Did he not hear the weapon? No, it seems like he has. Curveball sent. He's able to... Jing, snappy's ever bails him out and ties things up. 4-4.
Jing going for the wide swing initially. Just baits out the first shot from Buzz. And then he has already in that fight. What a 1v1. I mean, Buzz hitting some nasty shots, but just not enough to be able to clear things through. And this time, I mean, I think DRX played it pretty well in terms of just trying to hold on to the site. They actually stopped the initial advance, and I thought PRX was in trouble at that point. But the flood back in, not enough util to hold that at bay.
Jet, fly safe.
Now, operator cannot be afforded. Unless Foxy was going to try to buy down for it. Looks like maybe the call's just to avoid it, change things up, go for the rifle. As Recon quickly gets cleared out, and this is the most mid presence that we've seen so far on the map. Buzz, big extension out all the way around B main. Knows that there's going to be a player lurking over it. He's able to safely skirt his way back over onto the B site.
Yeah, but instant re-clear from PRX leading to DRX actually tightening their choke here on mid as well. If they're able to win this duel, or at least survive and keep control of mid, it's not bad for DRX.
They might not anticipate this though. Foxy.
Exactly.
He's just rushing forward.
The fast retake available, the flank. He could cash him on a complete offbeat here.
I mean, opportunity for maybe even just 3 kills. Forsaken, able to catch Mako, but there's Foxy striking from behind. My freaking Jing both gonna be taken down. He looks for the third, cannot find it. It's the turns back, finds him, then turns right back over onto the site to take out Buzz.
Oh, PRX seeing the advantage right back. It doesn't matter that Devi is low on health because look at this. They're re-clearing mid now. Something wants to just give DRX a taste of their own medicine.
Feels like he gets under pressure. Devi could just pop the ultimate so that he's resable. Get that HP back and he's brought back into the game.
Revealing area.
And Recon not going to spot anybody here on the site. Footstep heard there from Forsaken, just trying to flush him out into the open. Relay bolt going to be sent. Pop flash going to be sent as well, but now something ready to strike. Looks to line up the final shot, but flashback. Oh, he's not prepared for it. He found the other two. But ultimately, it's still one player left standing for PRX, and them gaining the lead once more.
I mean, even on that last moment, it wasn't an instant kill. It looked scary for a minute, but I think that something played that perfectly, right? He wasn't spotted. There was no reason for him to take that first shot because you still had members, you still had the numbers advantage. Foxy, what a great double kill, but Buzz, he's going to be kicking himself for missing that initial kill onto Devi. At the end of the day, this is what you get when you play PRX. You have to take your first shots.
Of course, BOSE had previously popped the knives, so still working towards that second cycle of the ultimate. Don't have that crucial tool. Still will be buying up the Vandal. 3 Sheriffs and a Guardian.
It's going to be a push up mid from BOSE. Just sticking right under, trying to get ahead of things. He needs to win it.
Whoa.
Vandal gone.
Hero Rifle alongside the Guardian on the floor there in mid. Looks like maybe DRX trying to make a play to recover that for themselves, but that's what Jing just used his ultimate not too long ago. He's going to be instantly dealt with. His flashback does shut that down.
My camera is
Forward.
destroyed.
Camera, wire, all getting cleared out. Couple straight shots. He does manage to make
Nice.
it on the device. Chest knocks him down to 60, but now Jing could just go ahead and flash out of the smoke, and he's going to be able to catch and kill on the Mako.
One enemy remaining.
Throws out in the hot hands, gets himself healed up, and something collects the final 2. And that's
Anjas, gila cepet banget. Wih, kebalik itu, kebalik.
Yep, flip it upside down. There you go.
Now this is just PRX again. Taking one round at a time. You saw it this time. You saw flashback go in, take out the Phoenix ultimate, and instantly on the next plant, they're all watching here. There's 3 members at different elevations and angles watching just to spam him down, and flashback goes for another cheeky shot. Flashback not able to get away with his own life on that one.
Oh, 1000 pieces kejual gitu ya Baji?
BOSE, he needs to find some value
Tapi
again because this is what helped snowball the early couple rounds.
1M anjing.
Go, go, go!
Forsaken just with a quick little peek. Making sure there's no aggressive push out. He's going to hold back, but once again, PRX
Kalau
collected.
dijual $75 gitu, berarti kan $75 ya.
Point to be taken by Jing once again, who's already going to be at the halfway point to the next run it back.
And Forsaken is still hanging around in mid. They still want to have an option to rotate back, or at the very least, have Forsaken throw a huge fake onto B. Because all the signs, you can see it on the minimap. DRX is starting to think maybe it is a fake. There's still a minute left. Now the door's broken. We're not quite sure where this is coming from.
Flash over here, that a heaven position.
Right here.
Double push potentially down in mid. Foxy trying to watch that spot, but they're already through the door, and Bane has to evacuate. Pulls quite far back as Foxy on
Wah,
the he's able to take down
mati.
Mindfree.
Ya, duh. Ente dah nih. Flawless. Flawless anjing.
Otherwise, he might get overwhelmed once he's up on Heaven. He backs out and Mako pushes back into the site because otherwise you're just giving the site for free. You're giving Heaven. The retake's going to be abysmal. So you say, I have to find a timing. I have to go out. I have to actually re-clear the site, and then flashback comes in for support. The rotation timings are good from DRX this time.
Kocak banget anjir.
Forsaken. It's going to be the overdrive. He's got a shorty in hand as well. Things could get very scrappy very quickly here.
Waiting for the 0 point. And Foxy90 realizes, I haven't tagged anyone in a while.
Just managed to connect onto him, so can't use that overdrive quite just yet.
Yeah, but this actually might work in PRX's favor.
Right there.
Forsaken was the one going for the fakes. Something not going to be the one going for that Rolling Thunder. For now, they want to run it back.
They run it back again. As there's the slide in, Bane able to find one, but Jing breaks things open, finds Foxy9. The ult instantly going to be dealt with as Mako. Shuts that down. Bane finding another, finding a third. As there's a push out of the smoke. He cannot confirm the kill on a Mindfreak, but it's still going to be a 2v1. BOSE rotating over. Neural Depth online, and there is a plethora of corpses over here at A main that Flashback could choose from.
Just going to wait to group up. There's the From the Shadows as well, so DRX not in any rush. They're willing to give the spike plant, especially with BOSE on the operator. Don't want to make it into a risky 1v1.
Mindfreak trying to wait, trying to bait them in, but they're not falling for it. I'm more than happy to just play this out side by side. Mindfreak says, well, I've got 35 more
mereka
seconds.
memilih ke tengah itu di DRX supaya bisa dengar A sama
We
B-nya.
don't actually see plays like this very often, but patience on both sides. Mindfreak says, all right, I've waited long enough, might as well go for it.
Spike planted.
Backside plant. Shadows traveling. Wants to clear out at least one side early.
Smokes off both, but Neural Theft. He said it, yep, there it is. Mindfreak now going to be revealed. Just the one TP to try to play with as well as the ultimate. Here's the dash entry, there's the re-ping. Challenges over to the right, finds the headshot.
Wah, bisa kah?
Can he do it again? The swing out.
Yeah.
Finds the kill. Confirms the round victory. And TRX will tie things up 6-6 at the half.
Oh, seri.
TRX almost let this round slip away. Gave the complete 1v1s. over to Mindfreak. So that's a risky one, but at the end of the day, BOSE still able to get that clean shot. Mindfreak thinking he can get ahead
Half
of BOSE
time.
on the wraparound.
Kita lihat dulu sih. Wilson.
I mean, 6-6, we're going to get our full money's worth on Abyss today. And honestly, PRX going with a very PRX-esque composition, kind of all in onto that aggression to force those fights. But amidst all that, they've been using the neon speed to throw these fakes to just try to delay DRX's rotations just a bit further, and then have Forsaken rejoin the team 1 second earlier with that sprint.
Yeah.
Tiba-tiba udah victory ya nying sini.
Let's see.
DRX fans got to be feeling pretty decent thus far. 6-6 the half, sure, not in the lead, but continue to show us Abyss. They continue to show.
I hope it's a trio. You just said your Wilson's viewers are just perfs. They only want to see you, so you're just making the match longer. Come on, make the job easier for the casters. One team already get 2 maps, and then it's 2-2, and then the first.
Belum mulai. Gelo. Wilson mantep banget.
Again, right? The timing is just so clinical.
Apa di
Going through these
lebih cepat
trades,
Twitch ya?
and now the setup for it is happening a lot earlier than it did in the beginning of stage 2. Oh, look at this setup from PRX. Going for a double push out along the ledge, and then Phoenix holding close. You got the fault line to cut them off at the window.
Just Bane with a Sheriff here, as that 0 point's going to catch a lot of players.
That allows PRX to hold on to their breach util as well, though. They know that there's no push coming out on B.
They're still suspecting the wrap back over towards this B site, and for now, seems like they would be correct in this maneuver, but now PRX start to inch people back over here towards A.
DRX, they might be overthinking this too much depending on the time. Because they were tagged, they're wondering if PRX is going to rotate back to A, and then maybe they can have an easier time rotating onto the other side. We'll see if there's any vision on either side. Even PRX getting split up 2-1-2 is an advantage for DRX with the compositions at hand.
Well, right now it's about to be a 3-1-1. Jing just tuck back over it. Jiggle Peak going to be spotted. BOSE just rushing forward, breaks down the door. Flashback.
Nice.
Went out versus the
Satu.
vibe with Jing. Trades it instantly. Paranoia, however, across and Mindfreak going to fall, but Jing arrives, manages to find that crossfire to take him out. Foxy 9 ends up dying. Now it's just Bane and Mako trying
Nice.
Jing has himself a 3-piece, and Bane's going to be stunned up to all hell. Sheriff in hand, Jing healing. Gets himself out of that one-shot territory. There's a wraparound, tries to snipe him out of the
Let's go.
PRX will take another pistol.
Classic neon things. That jump, the slide, it's all perfect here from PRX. And Flashback, sure, a good trade early on. But the fact that Jing wasn't hit by the paranoia, and BOSE, he tries to double check before he jumps onto the site, but by then Foxy 9 thinks it's clear as well. And he's already looking into the site, and that's where they allow Jing to just catch right back up to him. Jing 12-7-1, tied with Flashback for the most kills so far on this map 1.
I mean, just goes to show you, pretty much every time he's hitting a curveball, it's him confirming the kill rather than his teammates. BOSE doing what he's been doing quite a bit as of late, which is, you know, he dropped that opening pistol, goes for just the shorty. Try to make a ankle breaker play here. The dash in is there's a spot out of the one. Mindfreak just going to be dropping down off the top. The shorty out. By will fall. Weapon snatched up.
Just a ghost. Unfortunate for BOSE, but they still get the spike plant and now the trap as well. So it's not a bad hold considering the eco.
Foxy going to be spotted. Fragment the try. Aftershock similarly traded. Try to push him back into the open where they can collect the kill. Cyber Cage for now, holding them at bay, but there comes the entry power. Something Mindfreak for taking one a pop. Flashback will go ahead and deliver a second elimination for the side of DRX, but they cannot win the round. They get that money, they get a little bit of damage dealt. But the lion's share of the weapons are going to be carried over here from PRX as they move into the bonus.
Yeah, if it wasn't an eco, right? If you're willing to spend more of your util, if you had weaponry, surely DRX holds on to heaven there. over on the A site, because just trying to fill it, especially with pistols, just within the site, it's not great. But the reason I said it's not bad, considering their situation is, okay, you were still setting up a trap, you were looking for a timing to push out, you had options, and you got the spike plant.
Defense kali ya.
And now you're going to be looking to try to make more of it with the full buys. Run it back online already for Jing, though.
Exactly.
Right there.
I was able to find that.
DRX is ready for it. At least it looks like it on the minimap.
TP forward, Aftershock to try to push him
Mati
out.
dah nih.
But just staying sat here. They think that this angle's going to be clear, but it's actually flashback. We just managed to go ahead and shut that down. So Jing not able to find too much. Gathers a bit of information. They should note that some shots had come in from behind him. Something playing with fire, dropping from the higher ledge down below.
And now just trying to make sure that the rotation isn't coming mid. Even taking out the drone, pretty good news for PRX, but DRX also seeing two, right? Swinging out from the A side, so they have some options to re-explore the map.
Really taking their time with this one. It looks like maybe
Kamu sebelum nonton itu.
exploration of A
Kayaknya sih
main
asik.
from the side of PRX. At least position a couple players a little bit further forward, but
Oh, nggak ke B.
otherwise,
Oh, ke B.
it is going to be DRX starting to make the pivot here over towards the B site. Forsaken set up just that Guardian in hand, but still can do a significant amount of damage.
Yeah, and then you still have something with the fault line to try to delay as well. And there's been enough time, DRX, they have to make up their mind.
Yeah, I mean, you can see them warning pinging behind the boxes. Not sure if there's going to be somebody positioned in that spot, so you have to be wary about everything. This entry
30 seconds
needs to go off. There's the flash, there's the smoke. Buzz manages to make his way over onto the site. Something going to be nearby. Fault line still available, a singular flash as well to try to escort them forward. As Buzz goes creeping across the opposite side, and I think that jiggle peek out.
Dia ngelihat si Buzz.
He drops down. Yeah, pings abound. They had noted him. Flashback somehow winning at the fight versus Devi. Finds the headshot, but does end up falling down to 10. Bane similarly tagged at 15. Buzz dodges out the stun. Nothing found there. It's Forsaken. Going to be dealt with. Buzz finds one. The lone player here on the site itself to try to hold the ground. Going to be something finding the kill. Opens things up for the retake. Finds himself a second. Foxy dealt with Mako. Trying to line it up.
Wah, gila.
Gets himself four. It could very well find himself an ace. The swing out, and he's got it.
Nice.
Up the map.
Bener.
Something.
Gila. Something. Bridge lagi.
Oh, I mean, an unfortunate round for DRX, but this is credit to
Gila sih.
They knew, okay, that default plan, they can spam
Dar.
all they want. They already have
Dar.
control, so the only option we got is to push out.
Dar.
To flank around,
Gila.
and something takes the reins.
Tanpa
He says,
skin,
"I will
anjir
be
dia
the
tanpa
one that
skin.
holds them off."
Woo. Anjing, gila tuh 2S.
Playing on these ledges, making me nervous. With that quick peek though, he doesn't spot anything. Starts to pull back.
I must wait.
DRX slowly creep up to fill the space that he's vacating, but as Forsaken
Waduh.
peeks back in, he finds Buzz.
Oke, Jason
takes his head
satu.
off. The relay bolt slows him up.
Jing.
Cannot turn
Nice.
back in time. Flashback gonna be
Nice,
off
Jason.
guard as the
Davai.
for a little bit more. Finds
Davai.
himself a second Bane will.
3K Davai. Gila.
To get themselves up to double digits.
Surely a timeout comes out here for DRX, because your ideas of re-exploring mid on the timing have
Yang.
been read as well. Obviously, two rough rounds in a row, not with an ego, so maybe you give another chance to your players. But we'll have to wait and see.
I think it, yeah, looking like it's going to be just a wait to call that next time out, because you also have this ult cycle getting ready to come up to the side of
Wah,
DRX
kacau
and
nih.
your ult depth, as well as things like the blade storm, etc. about to be online. So
Masih
looks like Germany is going to be
crafting
waiting at
routine.
least one more round.
Right there.
But that could still PRX getting themselves up to 11.
Yeah, this is PRX just denying one of the orbs and taking full control of the right side early, trying to mess up the ult cycle that you mentioned earlier.
Mako not ready for it. Flashback does get the catch on him, taking and invest that near ult depth, but now going to be the omen advantage here for the side of PRX.
It's going to be a fast rotate. They know that the A side's weaker. Sure, the breach is there, but the fault line's gone for the time being.
Out onto Jing, I believe the hot hand's going to be sent. Molly off that main position. Buzz.
Wah, kalon Buzz.
But something up top.
Ini cover dulu.
Just find that
Aduh.
kill, but Foxy can trade him out. Plant now, coming in. One off that null command here is Foxy 9. 3v2. All players from DRX situated here at A main.
Checking to see if anyone's on site. Not just yet. You already confirmed one on Heaven. And DRX, they're concerned about the flank. You still do have a trip there, but obviously there is an omen.
Oh, white peek out. Foxy nearly losing his life now, down to 18. Right here. Still holds on to the fragment, but no!
Ya, pasti lewati.
Shock dart lob in. Devi continues to push forward, finds the first now.
Last player standing.
Leaves it to the 1v1. The hold to half. The stick, he's looking for it. Oh my God. Finally finds his target. Mind freak. That does end up falling. DRX, they will break the win streak here.
Yeah,
and get themselves an attacking round win.
Yeah, a very much needed one, but man, both of those players, credit to them for sticking to their guns. Mind Freak recognizing that the initial pings were off, and Bane just trying to control his spray as best as he can to cover all ground. But PRX, they are playing against these post plants as best as they can. They're always having someone push out to try to make sure that the double swings, the safe swings do not happen, that the spam is not available. Something that a lot of people have criticized about this map on Abyss.
Forsaken again, faking this forward presence, making it look like he might have gone over towards rope. Once again, just sat here staring in towards main. Quick clear on the drone as he looks to pull back. Mako tagged down a full board. Didn't quite see where that happened, but BOSE dead on entry. Forsaken able to find the headshot. Jing, however, going to be dealt with. Flashback finds that all the way at top mid. That's his way across to join in with the rest of the team. The plan about to come through, but Forsaken interrupts it and finds them both.
SKS.
Could it be another ace? He's gonna swing out. He looks for it. He
S.
flashback.
S.
Last one.
S.
He's only at 26.
Hampir jing. Hampir S udah dikasih tuh sama temen-temennya.
He's dead. I've confirmed one. Went back onto the back of sight, onto safe zone. So you throw the fragment, the flash, and the relay bolt, and look at this, the lineup off the slot. Just nasty. A dream.
Yeah, dream play for the Neon for sure. Nightmare for DRX.
The Neon, who can provide that fast backup, and even the breach here from something. It's been always in the right place. PRX have really started to master how to place and position the breach around all of these maps that they utilize them on. For now, it's going to be a wait.
Let me show you how to boss.
And just a hit onto A with the ultimates. You're going to have to save just a hero Vandal on flashback looking for the flank.
0 point the check over towards B.
Oh,
Similar wall set up, but instantly the rotations starting here from PRX. Jing playing forward, catches a glimpse, catches a kill. Bane going to be taken down. Jing, he runs his way.
Hampir kena.
Gets left, catches a glimpse, has to swing out.
Yeah!
Snipes him out of the air, and things are falling to bits here to the side of DRX. Just the denial on the ult, all that they can find so far. Now it's Mako, isolated.
Wah. Mau dipilih oleh DRX malah ente anjir.
I think this is around where we see that DRX have kind of run out.
Iya, milih janji. Wait, belum janji nih, masih besok.
I understand it's just a hero Vandal. You're still on an eco, but your Vandal was still alive. And BOSE feels, oh man. I mean, BOSE feels the need that he has to make a hero play, and that's the hero play. That's the only thing he could have done, quite frankly, if he was going to hit the site. But there's just too many people. You saw the util that was flying out. But here we go. Now on the buy, DRX going to look to try to get some information early onto mid.
Big change up. Push here in the mid from Forsaken. Flashback first contact, ends up getting taken down by Freak, able to find that kill and doesn't suffer that much damage.
I mean, just great from both teams. DRX tries to hold on to this play. One extra round off the timeout, and PRX reads right into it.
Yeah, and they're just going to be rerouting, coming back around from their side, where they have the advantage, not looking to push through mid over towards DRX. Was looking for the entry. Pop flash sent out of the smoke. Buzz distracted.
Whoa.
Mind Freak strikes
Timing.
to find the kill. Pop brings it back, but now Forsaken arrives once again. And suddenly it's all on Foxy. Two players to deal with. Something in Jing, a rolling thunder available to him.
Foxy 9 apakah
If he
bisa?
stays in this position, they can send him sailing off the side of the map. There's the rolling thunder coming through. There's no way
Oh,
to escape it. He comes
kena.
back around the corner, but the fault line's
Kena
there.
lagi.
And the quick mercy kill from Jing.
Gila. Anjing, dikliksan. Bangsat.
This is just classic PRX W gaming style on the new map with their own
Di ulti,
interpretation of the
di
composition
blind.
double duelist. The
Apa
neon
namanya?
so much value, so
Digempain
is the
lagi
Phoenix to
sama
breach
Bridge.
the whole thing. The
Terus di
teamwork
blind lagi
shines
sama
for
Jing
PRX.
anjir.
It very much
Nyiksa
does.
anjir.
DRX, they've shown the map before. They say, hey, we think we're well prepared on this. We
Kacau,
haven't seen the
kacau.
bring out Abyss, but we're confident in it. But DRX has shattered that confidence, and now Lotus is on the horizon for map number 2. We're going to pass things back over to the analyst desk to break down all the action from our opening game.
What an opening game indeed. It was Abyss, and you know, we had a big question as to whether PRX would really just go full on W, but then they brought back the double duelist, they brought the Forsaken and Jing, you know, Neon and the Phoenix combo, and I think this was something that we were all surprised when we saw that Phoenix pick on Jing especially.
For sure, it was a little surprising, but it makes some sense. Obviously an agent that Jing is very comfortable with, but beyond that, it works really well on this map because of all those hard angles that you have to clear on this map, and it gives them a ton of ability to do that, to clear some of those angles, while also setting up for some of those big explosive pushes that they want to do, especially on that defender side. When you have to run it back, when you have other stuff like that available, it's really difficult to deal with. And then in the post plants as well, all those curveballs are so annoying.
Yeah, and the thing about Forsaken on the flip side, right, is I don't know if it was going all according to plan or what, because the first couple of rounds it looked very rough, I think, for PRX in the first half, because it felt like Forsaken was just.
Ada air minum nggak?
Wih, ada Marlo nih.
Kenapa? Air minum.
Itu
Weh siapa?
pakai aja.
Pakai.
Iya. Tembakan ya, bukan strat ya.
GG. You're up. Oh, Foxy, come on, you're no fun.
How do you think that feels?
Yeah, and they're just going to be rerouting.
So my Termi must be like, why can't I even win one map? But how do you think that
over
feels
towards
watching this?
DRX.
He must be like,
It's gonna be like this. It's gonna be like this.
In
your face!
Once again, and suddenly it's all on Foxy.
oh my god, please use the
Two
ult.
players to deal
Push
with.
him off.
Something in
Do it,
Jing,
do it,
a
do it.
rolling
Push him
thunder
off.
available to him.
Out. Why something is not ulting?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, you're up. Oh, Foxy, come on, you're no fun.
Yeah.
GG. Why something is not? Be a good
Anjir, tanding.
With their own interpretation of the composition, a double duelist. The Neon, so much value, so is the Phoenix to breach the whole thing.
Plants as well, and all those curveballs.
Or what? Look.
Tapi mengenangnya nggak pakai strat gitu loh si Pep. Nah, titik 3 kanan tuh.
Ini gimana sih? Ini
Itu kan,
3 kanan.
lu klik, lu
Put user in
time
time
out.
out.
Berapa lama?
30 menit supaya lu nggak usah kena kampung, Jing. Apa mau ngomong bapak gua lagi? Untuk bapak lu biasa aja, anjing, orang biasa aja.
Wow.
Kan gua nggak tahu rasanya jadi punya bapak orang biasa.
Oh iya ya?
Iya kan, Tok.
Iya,
Masa salah gue emang gua yang mau dilahirin jadi anak
Iya, benar.
Kalau boleh milih,
Maunya?
ya bapak gua juga. Orang udah enak.
Orang udah
anjing.
enak ya.
Iya, milih.
Nggak tiong ya. Woi, ada donation tuh. 10.000. Aga hati-hati sama Yanto.
Kenapa tuh?
Apanya hati-hati Aga sama Yanto? Ini kawan gua.
Kenapa nih?
Gak jelas memang lu orang-orang lu.
Ada apa?
Monyet lu.
Kenapa ya Mayanto?
Maro lu bisa diem gak kata dia?
Yang mana yang ngomong?
Alex tuh.
Maro lu bisa diem nggak? Nih, Lex, gua kasih tahu ya, lu yang bakal diem, Lex. Gua pute 24 jam, gua pute 24 jam, Lex. Lu yang diem, gua yang punya mikrofon. Lu modal keyboard tuh nggak sampai bacot lu, Lex. Ntar Wilson datang, lo kok views gue cuma sisa 200?
Kok views gue cuma 300 ya? Kalau kemanain lo? Kok main-mainin tadi?
Aduh.
Abar, gue mau ini dulu. Mau tuker? Mendingan ini lu pakai, terus punya lu gue pakai, terus ini kasih Alba.
Gimana?
Ini
Lu
yang
punya,
pakai.
lu pegang mouse, lu punya kuasa. That's my guy. That's what I'm talking about. So, disuruh full cam toh. Suruh full cam. Gua nggak ngerti. Ngerti nggak?
Halo.
Full cam, break.
Mantap. Halo adik-adik.
Emang nggak nyampe, Bert.
Emang nggak nyampe.
Emang nggak nyampe itu.
Jangan asal pencet toh.
Ya, kita cek dulu. Gimana
Yang
ya?
kiri
Full
nggak sih?
cam-nya ya? Oh, dibiarin
Yang
aja
sin.
lah.
Yang kiri yang sin nggak sih?
Innovation.
Oke, baik teman-teman.
Oke. Bentar teman-teman, gue lagi mau cek konten.
Cek konten. Aduh, bentar. Susah kalau nongkrong sama micro influencer mah. Cek konten.
Memangnya salah di mana kalau saya
Ini
terima
donate
donation?
10.000.
Wong saya
Marlo
suka kok.
omong ke Victoria.
Goblok.
Gak ngerti gue. Gue gak mau ngomong, gue gak disuruh dengan. Apalagi dibayar 10.000, lu mending gue kasih 20.000, lu gak usah ngetik lagi, Cing. Lu simpen duit lu. Mas Aurat, iya gue lagi pengen
Memangnya
anak
salah
pendek
di
banget,
mana
super
kalau
pendek
saya
nih
terima
gue pakainya.
donation?
Panas,
Tuh.
Cok.
Saya suka kok.
Parah banget, Cing. Gue mendingan Jakti sama Apos. Lu duduk begitu kayak ani-ani anjing, tahu banget lu ani-ani duduknya gimana. Suka liatin nyokap lu duduk ya? Maksud gua.
Allah.
Namanya nyokapnya Anita.
Ya,
Itu.
Anita, ya.
Lu mah suzon mah. Di
Ya.
sini gua disuzonin mulu.
Parah emang Yanto.
Orang
Nggak, lu
maksud
nggak
gua
salah,
nama
lu nggak
nyokapnya
salah,
iya nggak salah kan kok?
Salah emang.
Emang kenapa gua nama nyokapnya Anita? Yuk.
Gue pengen minta wifi sih. Wah, harus upload. Anjing, ada yang ketinggalan, monyet.
Anita Maxwin.
Anita Max. Bert tuh nggak kelihatan di situ, Bert.
Gak apa-apa, ngilang dulu.
Boh,
Ganteng lu.
ganteng lu. Welcome to the membership.
Justru nggak
Kata siapa
ganteng,
tadi?
makanya ngilang.
Apa?
Merendah untuk melonte nih,
Oh,
males nih
iya.
gua.
Roket.
Itu sinian bet.
10.000. Prop, kapan nih konten swapin lagi sama Nona?
Oh.
Emang ada?
Itu tanya sebelah lu.
Waduh.
Gila.
Glok.
500.000 itu kemarin mau bikin.
Memangnya salah di mana kalau saya
Bang
terima
Jogian
donation?
kemarin di
Wong saya
Seoul
suka
ya?
kok.
Yo, memang awas ya.
Ngapain aja Bang Jogian di Seoul?
Ngopi-ngopi di coffee shop kerikil kecil.
Ay. Namja Chingu Iso.
Nih. Ditanya, do you have a boyfriend? Gue bilang punya aja.
Memangnya salah di mana kalau saya terima
ada nih,
donation?
ada wifi nih.
Wong saya
Iya
suka
kan?
kok.
Apa maksudnya?
Memangnya salah di
Apa?
mana kalau
Share
saya
aja.
terima donation? Wong saya suka kok.
Bang Cogan, ceritain rasanya bisa co-stream di Korea gitu dong. Iya. Terbang. Stream. Simple. Kenapa lu persulit?
Kenapa ada penayangan?
Emang di Seoul ada coffee shop kerikil? Yeay.
Banyak
Bro, di sini bro nggak ada
Kasih tahu,
cewek-cewek.
Guy.
Nggak ada
Banyak.
cewek-cewek skena tatoan ya Gaya?
Iya, di sini ceweknya
Nuna.
Lu tinggal pilih, kalau kata Hagai ada apa aja guys sectionnya? Yang
apa?
Kalau di
Lu jangan bawa-bawa ya.
Itu kan emang dia bahaya bego, bahaya banget.
Anak babi, Cok.
mancing aja kita bahas.
Benar dikiranya dari gua semua.
Bukan.
Lah kan Nema.
Lotus.
Memangnya salah di
Lupa
mana
lagi.
kalau saya
Keluar.
terima donation? Wong saya suka kok.
Ada yang mau wifi gak?
Mau dong. Apa tuh?
Apa nih?
Oh, flashback.
Weh.
DRX pakai chamber. DRX pakai chamber.
Wow.
Ini mah udah GG.
Flashback udah GG.
Ininya lu ganti dulu, Toh.
Oh
iya,
iya
Tok.
lagi, lupa.
Maaf ya, Yanto.
Ne lagi. Jadi gini guys, Ne itu kan iya, lagi itu kita tanya ke Kevin. Dia bilang Tashi. Jadi kita kalau ngomong Netashi. Iya lagi.
Coba ya upload file.
Cok pakai chamber, Cok. Kayak kalah deh ini DRX.
Gue tahu sih ada satu tim Indonesia yang main di Lotus pakai chamber juga ada sih. Iya nggak?
Besok kerja jing. Oh nih PRX menang. Kurang ya? Kayaknya jauh dulu deh. Okay.
We want to get the thoughts of our casters, William and Achilles. So, gentlemen, what do you think of this Lotus comp?
Bold of you to assume that we're capable of thought. We just sit here and we yell about gameplay.
Yeah. Well, what did I say? Flabbergasted? I mean, that's about where my brain is right now.
Yeah, this is surprising.
Manfred
I was in the
biasa
same camp as
something
people
apa
did,
itu?
expecting that we were likely going to see maybe a minor change from DRX, but not this kind of wholesale swap that we're seeing from them right now.
Sekarang berarti lagi metanya Neon ya, lagi di buff kah?
The Neon coming into playoffs, I thought, okay, the Neon is a possibility here, which probably leads into maybe a breach. But outside of that, like you said, like the desk said, the chamber is a big one, and Flashback has to prove it, because not many people have been able to commandeer this chamber to great success out here in Pacific.
They have not. Something for now. Lone player over towards the C side. Pushing out over towards Mount. Maybe a challenge to come his way from Flashback. 6 Headhunter bullets for him. Tap on the door. Turns on Flash, but Bane able to find the headshot. That's going to be a Sheriff upgrade now. Into the hands of Foxy9. Forsaken arriving in from behind alongside Jing to try to get a crunch going here, but Flashback going to be lingering in behind the box, keeping himself quiet for the time being as Bane shows some presence. He's quite a bit of damage, but it's still only going to be one kill there for the chamber before he falls.
Spike's still not planted either, DRX.
Coming through now. Foxy getting the plant down to 3v3 with Foxy. Tag down to 41, Forsaken at 68. Jing sliding forward, doesn't manage to find the shot, but Buzz trades it back out. Headshot going to be found. Trying to offer up the best possible odds here for Jing with that frenzy in hand. Finds a couple more shots as both players down to about 40 HP. Has to go for the reload. He's jumping.
Nice.
But Forsaken will be able to find it. And that's going to be another pistol going the way of PRX.
Something that we saw in Abyss that DRX still hasn't really been able to counter for PRX is just speed, right? That's always caught their ankle a little bit. Now here's the thing is that Gen G showed us how to combat it. It's just to spray them down before they start to get in. But DRX, even now, they're kind of waiting for their smokes to bloom. They're still just one step behind. I'm wondering if we'll see that change come through. Going through here on Lotus, since they're also commandeering a Neon themselves.
Well, Buzz might not be the Jet. Same thing. Got a character that can go fast. He's just going to be picking up that shorty, trying to see if he can find another opening kill. This time the buy is different from PRX. Previously we're seeing that Sheriff Ghost. This time a little bit more investment as the Outlaw also going to be in play. Jing going to be stunned up as Buzz on the hunt, sprinting forward, but he cannot drop the weapon fast enough. Mind Freak is able to save his teammate. No damage taken. Bouncing forward, pushes out of the smoke, catches Flashback on the hop. Another Headhunter shot cannot come through. Two players swiftly dealt with. It's a very large push out over towards C, and this ushers everyone into something's waiting arms. Looks for the first shot, manages to nail the second. Now the buy is there to go ahead and reinforce.
Nice.
Flawless for PRX to start things off 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's one of those rounds where yes, you're out of options, but the teams that win, the teams that win trophies, they make something out of those rounds where you're out of options. And DRX currently, once Buzz goes down on this eco, yeah, you got the orb on C, but that's kind of a must, right? That one you should be getting even on the eco. So not gaining much for their troubles here. By looks like as PRX able to carry everything over and go with an extra upgrade.
There.
2 Bulldogs now
There.
on top of the rest of the weaponry.
It's gonna be fair going into the anti-bonus here. Bring back Prowler spotting, a couple players shooting, so multiple presence confirmed here by PRX, but now everyone starts drifting their way over towards C. Something similarly ready to peek out over towards Mound, has that outlaw in hand.
And that 0 point is going to start to provide an option to rotate here from PRX. And I love what they did, by the way. They just smoked their own cross into rubble, knowing that DRX is going to want to hold on to Util here on the buy round. Oh no.
A lot of pressure here from Flashbacks, able to dodge out on one, but there's a slide forward. Bane does manage to trade one out.
Yeah.
A second. On the Jiggle Peak, knows that Mind Freak is also similarly going to be there, sends up the Prowler on the hunt. Does manage to get the connection there. Ultimately a trade up for the side of DRX, but they lose that on Flashback.
You still have 50 seconds.
Long cleared, the slide around the corner, flies. Oh, somehow manages the backslide, drops the Phantom.
Wah.
Will get Forsaken. Something now, last one alive. Outlaw can do some damage. Foxy and Buzz both will die to one tap. Buzz is going to be the first one to challenge, tucked away here on the side. Something is he going to be prepared for it. Suspicious of it. Oh, he actually gets the shot there. Buzz at 1 HP, the shorty will
Demi ngejar lu si Bas.
Oh, TRX this time around, not going to be allowed to.
Kocak.
Now because PRX invested early, tried to buy back up. Obviously DRX, if they can stay winning, they'll do some damage. Great coverage from Bane. They don't leave Flashback alone. More so, you're kind of using that chamber to counter how teams will try to take down the chamber. So hopefully that's something that DRX keeps in mind throughout, because PRX is a team, like we saw in Abyss, and we've always known, they play attack even on defense.
Yeah. Ponce out. Going to be spotted. 0 point, confirming at least Flashback's presence. Ultimately, that's not going to be the biggest tell. Prowler will check back rubble. Nothing noted. They know that there's no one playing forward. Still have to be worried about some player over at door, outside of baby door.
I mean, this is still a lot of
By the way,
space
gue
for
ngimpi
PRX. They practically have full control of the
mainin
map.
Dave the Diver anjir.
Flash out, Jing able to down
Waduh.
that one, still finds the shot.
Aduh.
Foxy and Bane coming alive. There's to break things open at C, but that's going to be the call to pivot now over towards A, because Flashback's been scaling forward. Hasn't noted anything quite just yet. 0 point, not going to be cleared. Similarly, though, only tells the tale of a chamber being on this side of the map, but Device still going to look to reinforce this A side.
Yeah, you haven't still heard anything from Mound, right? Something was still hiding out in B main. He's going to clear it for insurance, and now you know for a fact that this is going to be an A side hit.
Yeah, something he's able to dump the Judge, picks up one of those Vandals that was left by his teammates. Forsaken looks at, go ahead, slow the tide, just push forward here onto the side. Oh, spot out. Forsaken able to collect one. Foxy caught with Util. Ends up going down, but still main advantage going to be here for the side of DRX. By on the side, equalizes the count. Launch around the back as something finds Mako. And now is all on a flashback. Tucked away just outside of stairs.
Wah, gelo.
Able to collect as the C's hit the floor. It's a clutch to tie things up in 2-2. He's fine with 6 HP.
Just, it's amazing how
Gelo. Ultra instinct kah? Flashback.
rookies here this year in Pacific. As soon as he sees that C's come out, he knows if I swing too wide out, I'm gonna be caught off
Gue tuh udah bilang tuh Flashback sama Bane tuh jago jir.
the shot. Goes for the spray, knowing that it should be a double swing. And once again, that patience pays off. Look at him, laser focus.
It kills him right as the HP bar hits one.
I mean, that is incredible. Now, they're not quite out of the woodwork yet because you do have
Kalau
the
gue bisa
overdrive from
denger
Jing.
suara ini.
Like a bit of a sniper battle over there towards A. Back off from something though. Pulls away from the angle as Jing still looking to push the issue. Does manage to take out Bane. Mako puts him down. A little bit of damage suffered there from Foxy 9. Mind Freak just lingering within the smoke. Maka, however, able to find one. The smoke dissipates and Mind Freak will fall. It's PRX trying to just go for this crunch play, catch him off guard. DRX widely stand their ground.
Apa sih Jing? Gue harus restart PC.
Oh, but so too is Devi. Wins out the fight out range with a Phantom.
Udah bunyi-bunyi itu Jing. Nit.
This does become a lot more doable for the side of PRX.
I mean, they have the Nightfall as well. If something gets a kill here on the entry, they might just send this ultimate on the retake.
Given the circumstances, I mean, one away from this Rolling Thunder. I'm curious if Foxy, he builds it up. Do you have to use it?
I mean, listen, I think if you're DRX, you want to take this round for sure.
Massive one
30
to win out
seconds
something,
left.
unable to avoid that fault line, but does dodge line of sight. Keeps himself tucked away for now. Waits for Devi on the approach.
Suaranya masuk.
Nice ball. Yeah, it's going to be years. Rolling Thunder is available from Foxy 9. Still going to be tucked away here on the side. Rolling Thunder not being committed to quite just yet. Push up onto the half wall there. And it's going to be something taken down as Flashback also finds a headshot onto Devi. 3 players left standing.
Lanjutin ntar dulu.
DRX, they will gain the lead now 3-2.
It just goes to show the confidence that
Let's
PRX
stop scene, guys.
has.